Hello, beautiful souls. We're going to do another smudging since we still have incense here. So we're going to cleanse and welcome in the elements, earth, air, wind, fire, water, ether. I've got the TV going. I've got a river sound. We've got the incense, earth, air. I got diffusers going, water and ether, frequency and energy. So we're going to do a card pull. Happy January 3rd, 2026. This is a wolf super full moon in Cancer. Let the emotions flow and roll. All right, so I'm going to grab this deck of cards. I got a bunch of cards here. We're going to do a card pull. So welcome. Thanks for clicking play, co-creating, playing along with me. As my inner child loves to play with oracle cards, she really does. So that's why I think I've been really called to do videos. So I did a couple of light language transmissions. I just did a daily video for Freak Speak. It was 53, I think, or 54, I forget. Anyways, we'll know more when I post it. And there was a bit of a channeled transmission at the end of that one. So if you feel called to, check those out. Please, please, please do that. All right, so what is the vibe today for the collective? We're going to start with just a few. We're going to play with all sorts of cards today. So we're going to play with some oracle cards. We're going to play with some tarot cards and see what happens. So some numbers that might be relevant, that this or any of the messages might be relevant, is the 1111. We are still in that 111 portal up until the 11th. 133 on the timer. What else came through this morning? 1022, 1121, 1122, 44, 444 is coming up, 911. So please check out the significance of those. Go ahead and just look under. I've been using the free chat GBT, and I will set the intention that I receive the information that I want to receive. And again, I would not recommend using the search engine that starts with a G. I use like DuckDuckGo or something other like that. And look under the spiritual number and then 212 on the timer, and then also look at the angel number. So again, what time are you watching this video? What time? 222 on the timer. Thank you. What time are you watching this video? What time is it right now on your phone? And then maybe even what day. Wow, we've got 3 cards here to start. And wow. Okay. We're going to start with these. These are very hopeful, inspired, action, optimistic, and success. So keep up, have the hope, have the faith, but also if you are receiving intuitive nudges, that inspired action, please, please, please guide you to do that. Take a different way, shop a different place, take that inspired action, start making the videos. You're going to start seeing content creators and channels saying your voice is needing to be heard, your frequency and energy is needing to be felt, heard. And if that's social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever is your place, start doing the videos, start speaking your truth in all of its raw, messy, magical frequency and energy, because people need your flavor, they need your frequency, they need your essence, they need the color that you are here presenting, because you are your own unique essence, okay, and frequency. And you have something to say. I get on here, this is day 53, 54 of 111 days, and it's been an amazing ride and an unfolding, right? Like that lotus flower. Have the optimism, continue to be optimistic that things are getting better. I know things in the outside, if you are paying your attention to that, which I create my own reality. That is, I'm aware of it being in the ether because I can feel it in my physical body when things get hyped up, and know that success is here. Success is here, right? It's here. And again, sunsets might be relevant, sunrises. These are little like lightning bugs. Maybe you're going to have a lightning bolt moment, a light switch, that is going to get turned on. All right, the other card that came out is continue to laugh, play, have fun, joy, healing, have fun. Again, with the Cancer is very emotional, so you might have Cancer in your charts, which I do. You could be a Cancer. There might be a Cancer in your world, in your collective. But know that's the time to release, have the joy, happiness. If you have anger, frustration, or any of that, come up, release it and let it go. And that is what's necessary. And you can scream into a pillow, We need to quit bypassing and burying our emotions and our feelings, because what happens is it settles into the physical body. And a lot of people are going through a lot of detox right now. That is really in the face. A detox, and like if it's the heart, you're holding grief, anger, pain. If you're holding things in the solar plexus, it's like personal power, safety, lack. So all of these things are being purged, whether you realize it. You cannot run an old operating system with new software. Okay, so you have to purge and cleanse and detox. And yes, you're experiencing probably a lot of symptoms that can look many ways. Your chakra systems are purging, cleansing, and detoxing so they can recalibrate, so they can receive the upgraded versions. Okay. Harmony, peace, balance, and happiness. So continue to set in and stay balanced as much as possible. This could be a Libra. I'm also a Libra. Or you have Libra in your chart. Sun, moon, or rising. And for some reason I meant to say that. So peace, happiness, stillness, harmony. Okay? And again, don't let the chaotic nonsense around you consume you. Okay? You've got to just unplug. There also might be someone in your life that's longing to have a conversation. They're missing you. They want to have a conversation with you, and they want to reunite. So this is to me like a twin soul union, a soulmate. And a soulmate doesn't always have to be romantic. It can be a soulmate that you've shared past life with, that are feeling your frequency and energy, are feeling called to you, that are missing you and want to reunite with you. But again, this to me is also that twin soul resonance. This for me, because I am a twin soul, that this also is in resonance to me on a twin soul level. But again, this is also, I'm also guided to say this is soul family, your soul tribe. So this is reunion of your soul family, because I've never noticed the many arms around there. So there's candles that are relevant, a good meal, yeah, and just celebration on that. Okay, and again, hopefully you are continuing to recharge. 7:07 on the timer. Practice the stillness, letting go of what no longer serves you. And again, light language is a great way for that to get directly to your field and bypassing the ego mind. So letting go of those things that you don't know you're holding on to still, and surrendering, and just say, you know, what I like to do is like, I surrender. If I don't physically know, and clear your mind, which is breath work, meditation, stillness, contemplation. So clear the monkey mind, clear the cotton balls, and like you can mentally imagine if there's a thought, I've done this for a while in the past, if there's a thought that's getting caught, I will literally imagine that I'm grabbing a hold of it like it's a piece of energy, because that it is, and I will imagine pulling it out and then sending it away. Have you seen the Harry Potter movies where he takes his wand and he pulls the memory out and he either stores it away or lets it go and pulls it out? So, you know, you can use that in both ways. So kind of swirl it around and literally energetically imagine it being pulled from, and practice that and have fun with that and see what happens. So clear your mind, breathe, and let go. So again, this image here with the sunrise, sunset, maybe you need to get into the water, whether that's taking sacred baths and showers to let that cleanse and purge, or literally physically get in a body of water like a river, like an ocean, like a lake. If you are able to do that, I definitely need to be doing that. So recharge, again, continuing to breathe and let go and surrender. Okay, is there anything else? Okay, emotions is here. So those waves. So these, okay. So because we are in this Cancer, this very emotionally heightened full moon in this portal, allow the emotions to rise up and purge them out. So we're done bypassing and burying them. We are allowing them to come out. So if you have some boxing gloves, get some boxing gloves out and go punch on a bag, punch a pillow, scream into a pillow, jump on a rebounder, dance, scream, shout, cry, shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things that I... Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so maybe you need to go listen to 919. That just came up to mind. Shout, shout, let it all out. Because we need to quit burying and bypassing. Because what happens is a lot of emotions get stuck in the body, and that you keep compiling them. That's where dis-ease happens. You know, these massive diseases in the body, or heart problems, or dementia, Alzheimer's. This is stuck energy and stuck emotions. So energy in motion is emotions. So allow those emotions to be purged. So it's not a surprise that this came out. Let go of the worry and the fear. I know it can be a challenge to the ego and mind to surrender to that. but it's time to let go of that. And again, here's another sign of maybe just getting into the ocean or a sacred bath and say, I surrender to all of this. You know, the known and unknown, the seen and unseen, across all timelines, dimensions, spaces, portals, and realms. I release this. I surrender this. Whatever I know that I'm holding on to or that I'm not holding on to, I let it go. All right. And let's see here. I know that some of you guys, ladies and gents, beautiful souls, are feeling burned out, burdened, and empty. I have felt this at times where I just feel like my soul is fucking done. Like I'm done. Things need to change. The physical reality hasn't shown a whole lot. Is my internal reality has completely shifted on such a quantum level that I can't even wrap my head around. But I know it's hard because you feel burned out, burdened, and empty. Let's just take a couple more and we'll move on. Please and thank you. Okay, that didn't quite jump out all the way. And again, different card readers and they'll pull different ways, and I like to take it. Okay, so some of you need to cut your ties. Okay, stand up for yourself and awaken. So if you didn't catch the transmission at the end of my video before, 111 on the timer for confirmation. 1111 confirmation. Again, that's a twin soul number. Look at the spiritual number with the alignment and the angel number behind that. But some of you need to cut ties, stand up and speak up, and that's going to awaken those around you. So you need to stand your truth, stand in your authenticity, and quit worrying about the outcome. The outcome will be perfect no matter what. The universe has got your back, source has got your back, and it's meant to happen exactly the way it's supposed to happen. But don't be afraid to cut those ties. The other things you can cut those cords, like ties, like energetically. Ask Archangel Michael to come in and work with Archangel Michael to help cut those energetic ties from, you could be holding on to ties to things that you thought you've released, but you're energetically still tied to people, places, or things, and ask Archangel Michael to come in and help you with that. And again, knowing that sometimes some of those conversations that you are so deathly afraid to have, that you're worried to have, they're actually part of the awakening process for maybe the other person on the other side of the conversation. That's what they're meant to hear to activate them, and you're meant to activate them. Okay, know that nurturing energy is that parental figure. Again, this to me, I look like inner child. Again, going back to healing the inner child, doing the inner child work, surrendering, releasing, healing. Go back to different stages in your life, whether you can remember or not, or just pick a number and say, I intentionally go back to this part of my life and heal. And if you know, consciously know, then do that as well. But also know that mentorship is here. We are here to mentor each other. We also might be having mentors come in, that soul family tribe, the wisdom in that giving back. So that's me sharing my wisdom and my energy and my frequency and my channel and all of that's streaming through me, and I'm giving back. That's my way of giving back right now. That's my job right now. That's what Source has me doing right now. All right, so we're going to leave that there. Thank you for that. And we're going to go into some, what do we want to go into next? Light Seers Tarot? Okay. And again, I use the tarot more like a story or like channel. I don't read it typically like a lot of tarot readers are. There's some magical tarot readers out there that are in my awareness, and I thank them every day. I think their higher consciousness and source consciousness and my team for placing them in my awareness, because they have kept me going in those moments where I just am just done, like fed up, done. What fell out here? The star card is here, is also the number 17. So if you're the number 17, the sevens are very relevant. You can look at the number behind the 17, but associated with the star card here. And again, I look at all these beautiful colors. I made this comment at the wellness store that I've been seeing a lot of purples and blues. So the activations of those upper chakras, the throat, third eye, and crown chakra, and above the divine gateway, the galactic chakras. But again, this is also that connection to source, your spiritual team, okay? The 8 of Pentacles is here. So the number 8 is relevant. She's looking at all of these beautiful choices and all of this. It's so 8. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups, the walking away. I'm going to read those two. So, 17 breaks down to an 8, 8, 8, which is abundance. Massive, massive abundance. I was just guided to look at all those. I love the team. They are amazing. They are amazing. They've already played today with me and just have so much fun. My partner says, get out of my head. Because we're talking about a place to go and get some food tomorrow for date night or date at lunch or whatever. And I made a suggestion. He goes, get out of my head. And I'm like, well, this is called a telepathic connection. And you basically told me. It's like, so do you have that telepathic connection with people in your life? Because that's going to get bigger and bigger. All right, so the Eight of Pentacles is here, mastering a skill, expert craftsmanship. So it's mastering, taking all of the wisdom that you've learned over lifetimes, and we are mastering that right now. I know that for me, for sure. Does that resonate with you? So expert craftsmanship that you put into your work, methodical progress, patience, and determination. It's your sole purpose. So again, sitting down, again, we've got the full moon here at the top. We have the moon cycle, and then she's looking at all of these things that she's gathered, all of this knowledge that she's gathered. Now we're here to bring forth and use that, share that with the collective. So patience, determination are the best ways to ensure your success. Mastering the skill that takes time, and what does it say? In short, preservation, preference. I shouldn't get that. I can't speak that word for it. You are not the and shortcuts. Okay, so shortcuts are not the best path forward. Okay, sometimes the long game is, even though our ego mind really hates the fucking long game, sometimes the long game is the best game to be played. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why I said that. That was relevant for myself and for you as well. Okay, so the best path forward as you build your experience is to remain dedicated to your excellence, to developing your unique form, frequency, skill, to study patience and improve and to thrive. Put your Merkai, your love. I have to look up that word. I'm not sure what that means. Meraki. Your love, your soul, and your energetic essence into your work. So this is what I'm doing. I'm putting my soul, my essence, my love in this work that I'm doing, that I'm sharing, and to bring it to a constant, methodical way, and bring it in a consistent, methodical way. Perfect your craft and imbue joy and repetitive things, and find repetitive things that you find yourself doing. Find flow in the details, no matter what it is that you find yourself dedicated to. If you know it's time to move on to something more inspiring, taking that inspired action, find your plan to do so. Consistent action is called for. And often we feel blocked right before we're expanded. And I can legitly understand that. Like sometimes you just feel so blocked, even from your team. You just like, come on, y'all. Like, but that's usually right before the breakdown. The breakdown before the breakthrough. Okay? And it's okay to be imperfect. We're here to be imperfect. It's not here about being perfect. It's just being true, raw, authentic, and consistent at times. You are here to learn. You are here to become the master, to find the joy in self-improvement, and to help you get there. With love and determination, I become the person I long to be. So thank you for that. So 8 of Cups, since we've got all these 8s here. So again, look up the spiritual number 888, 1822 on the timer, and see what that says. 8 by itself, 8, 8 together, and then the triple 8s. And I would say, see what that is telling you. I'm going to do that at some point if I don't forget. But it's massive abundance, basically. It's unity. It's, yeah, the infinity side. Okay, so 8 of Cups is that's letting go. You're walking away from what no longer serves you. Walking off into the sunset, okay? It's a ritual. So this is that ritual. You can burn. Okay, so we're on the full moon. So a lot of people that do moon rituals, if you practice that, maybe you need to write down what you need to release and find a safe way and burn it and release it and let it go. So that's a form of a ritual that you can perform tonight or in the next couple days. You know, do it today would be good, but you know, you can do it within those 3 days up to the day before, day after, or something, if depending on when this reaches you. Or maybe on the next full moon. Thank you. Yeah, for on the next moon, if this reaches you before the next full moon, maybe that you're guided to release and walk away, okay? And it's a time to move stuck energy, walking away, leaving your old reality to pursue the new one, and pursue a new one, and abandonment, and release and surrender any abandonment or disappointments that may have happened, okay? So there we go. Thank you for that. That was Awesome. All right. Might not be shuffling a whole lot here. So we have the Hierophant here. That's high level. Teacher, Ascended Master, a Hierophant. I'm going to read that as the number 5 card. Again, stairways. Okay, that progression numbers, the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then source here, spiritual awakening. The number 5 card, and that's tradition, lessons, spiritual leader, guides. So guides, leaders, enlightenment, awakenings in service of source, working for source, getting paid to exist. And spirit of service, formal education or training, and new paradigms. Okay, and then of course your wish fulfillment is your 9 of Cups here. She's reaching up, opening, extending, and then she's jumping. There's her treasure chest, her treasure, which again, if it's monetary abundance, it's just an energy exchange. So physical money is treasure, is just energy. That's all it is. It's energy. But again, it's that wish fulfillment. All right, I'm getting hungry, which is weird because normally I don't get this hungry. So 9 of Cups, I'm just going to read that really quick. The universe is gifting you your desires. Your wishes are coming true. Choose joy, manifest in your dreams. Your dreams manifested are here. They're true. They're coming true. Gratitude, and have all the gratitude for all of the abundance that is already here and is coming. Okay, whether you can see it or not. Okay, it is already here. Know it's already here, and then source is just going to surprise you. And however you were supposed to receive that. Let's just take maybe 2, maybe 2 more cards. A little struggle there, my throat chakra. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, sorry. I said 10 of Cups, so 10, 10. I saw 10, 10 this morning, so you're getting your 10 of Cups and you're getting your 10 of Pentacles, okay? This is generational wealth. Generational wealth, 10 of Pentacles. I also said 10 of Cups, so there's no coincidences in that. So you are getting your 10 of Cups and you are getting your 10 of Pentacles. 10, 10. So now 10, 10. 2, 2, 1, 2 on the timer. I saw 10, 10 this morning. So that's another sign, synchronicity, and key code for me. So again, a lot of this information is not just for you, it's also for me. Spiritual and material abundance, community, generosity, wealth, and prosperity, building a legacy. This is our building the legacies for our children, our grandchildren, and the generations to come. That's what's taking place. It's going to be illuminated very soon by these lamps, but in a way that you are completely not expecting. That's coming through. So it's going to be illuminated soon, and it's going to be illuminated and presented in a way that you have no idea. You think you know, you have no idea. That's coming through for somebody. So again, always take what resonates. 2303 on the timer. So always take what resonates, leave the rest, and claim what you want to claim. So if you want to claim that this is yours, claim it. Tell it to the field. That 10 of Pentacles, it's mine. That 10 of Cups, it's mine. I claim it. It's mine. I know it exists. It's already mine. You speak it out into the field. The field, when you speak and share that frequency and energy into the field says, all right, we've been waiting. It's about time. 233 on the timer for confirmation. 7 of Cups here. So we've got a ladder, we've got a snake. It's like making choice points. So this is choice points. What do I choose? Overcomplicating things maybe. We got a river here. It's again too much choices and too much decisions here. All right, we're gonna read that one just so that's relevant for maybe for somebody. It's 7 of Cups. Maybe a little message to let go. 7 of Cups, fantasies, choices, wishful thinking, an allure of temptation. So just be very careful that something might be presented into your awareness, but it's actually an illusion. Read the fine print is coming through. It might sound good because you've been waiting, but again, just read the fine print keeps coming through. Needing to move forward without knowing. So again, this is again moving forward without needing to know what's happening next. So again, the other message is, you know, moving forward and just making a decision to move forward, even though you don't know what's coming next. And again, the ego mind's going to try and convince you. So I said 10 of Cups and we got 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the 9 of Cups, and now we have the 9 of Pentacles. Again, I think that's an owl, so owls are relevant as your spirit animal. She's wearing a white dress, so maybe you're called to wear white. I've been wearing a lot of white, so 9 of Pentacles. And then we'll move on. 9 of Pentacles is spiritual and material satisfaction. Again, abundance, wealth. These are wealth cards, money cards, pentacles. It's earth energy. Again, everything has to manifest in the spiritual, and then we have to kind to align and before we're able to pull it down here into the material realm. Okay, spiritual and material satisfaction, personal achievement, inner peace, milestones, meeting those milestones, and celebrating the energy of success in the harvest. So again, she's picking, her harvest is ready and ripe, and it's ready to be picked and received. I enjoy the bliss and the abundance that I have sown. So those seeds that you've been sowing, you know, each month when you are manifesting, or over the years where you, even as a small person, maybe you had planted some seeds that you've completely forgotten about, and now they are ready and they are ripe, and it is time for them to be picked. All right, let me just, no, one more maybe? A second here. I'm really listening to my intuition right now. We got 2, so that 5 of Wands energy, 5 of Wands, and then the Devil. The Devil, so the Devil's number 15, and then the 5. And 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So, oh, and the 2 of Cups is behind that. So again, the 2 of Cups is probably referring to your divine counterpart, your soulmate, or soulmates coming in. Interracial relationships, again, color is just an illusion, but that might be relevant, but that twin soul journey might be also. But I'm going to read the Devil and the 5 of Wands. For some reason that's coming out for some of the collective, and I haven't had those cards fall out in a while. So vices, the grips of addiction. So are you struggling of letting go? Are you addicted to people, places, or things? Are you addicted to foods, alcoholic beverages? Are you needing to want to be liberated, healthy versus unhealthy? Sexuality, materialism, the healing found in darkness. So the Devil doesn't always mean a bad thing. It can go, again, there's always duality and everything, delving into your shadow self. So maybe some of you, this is just a confirmation that you need to do a little bit more of that shadow work that's coming through, being trapped in your own old stories. So, oh, okay, it's trapped in your own stories and your old stories of manipulation, lying to yourself, and temptation. So that's relevant for some people. And I think I did light language on last week. Someone had asked, how do you release your old stories? And I said, 1, you choose to release your old stories. But I also was guided to do some light language to help bypass the ego mind, to help you release your old stories. So if that resonates, maybe go check that out on my page. And I believe it's titled to help you release your old stories. But what are you doing to continue to manipulate yourself, or what are you doing to lie to yourself? Again, using different temptations and things like that. And so we're going to go to the 5 of Wands energy next to finish with this tarot deck. So thank you for that information, Source of Wands. And I'm guided to say, Source, the feminine energy is coming through right now with this information, so that might resonate. Source is mother and father, female and masculine, and I will speak to both. I will connect with both, but the feminine aspect of Source of the universe is coming through right now. So thank you for that confirmation. That might be relevant for you. It might not, but again, take what resonates and leave the rest. And again, when I'm guided just to speak, I don't question it. I just say it. I just say it. And if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it'll land when it's meant to land. So 5 of Wands is competition, conflict, ambition, challenge, being pushed by others to excel, brainstorming, mental jousting, and adrenaline and aggression. Okay, so surpassing limits, dynamic energy, and leveling up. All right, I'm going to read the little extended part here. A little rivalry, Oceanietha, can be a good thing. It can push us to become our very best version of ourselves and to move quicker than we would be if we were to do this alone. Allow opposition and challenge to help you evolve your methods to push you beyond your self-imposed limitations. If competition becomes unhealthy and you are experiencing the shadow side of conflict or ambition, it's time to step back and retreat from those energies that are hindering your progress. Sometimes the need to be right or personal feelings around being questioned or challenged can interfere with the ability to see your path clearly. That's a big one. So are you trying to be right all the time? Yeah. While clashing egos can slow everything down, they can also propel success. Choose to excel. Look for the healthy, competitive, or collaboration that inspires and motivates you. Learn from others and use competing energies as a way to enrich your experience. So we're going to look at the healthy aspect of the competition. I support others and they support me, and we rise together and excel at harmony. Okay, I had a massive high-pitched toning here. Divine feminine side. So again, just knowing that we're going to have that soul tribe, that soul family coming in, and we're going to be continuing to support each other, and we're going to rise together in this accelerated harmony. So thank you for those messages. Beautiful. And I am going to I guess I'm going to finish off with the moonology. Yes, okay. And then call it and post my content, have some food, shower, freshen up. All right, what do we have for this full moon? What do we have, Source, please, for this full moon, the super full moon, this wolf moon in Cancer, for the collective? What do they need to hear and see today? Please and thank you. Again, what's always fun anytime I pull the cards out, at some point, depending on how many times I pull the cards and around this full moon or super full moon or new moon, that particular card will come out in that astrological. So it's quite fun. Make time for self-love and release the control. So make time for self-love and release the control on the split. Make time for self-love. All right, what do we have here for the collective? Please and thank you. Sun is. What did I just say? This is the fun part, right? This is the fun part of playing with oracle cards, playing with Source, playing with the universe, creating, co-creating. Full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Let your emotions be released. Energy in motion. Emotions. So this is the full moon in Cancer. This is where we're at. Again, we've got the ocean and this beautiful full moon, this beautiful colors. Again, I'm going to just talk about the colors, the blues, the throat chakras, the third eye chakras, the crown chakras, the expansion of the heart chakra. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Again, this is first quarter moon in Capricorn. Unleash your kindest self, your truest self, your most authentic self. So you're being guided by the universe here, by Source, to create, to express. And that can look in art, dancing, videos, YouTubing, Instagram, Facebook, whatever that looks like. Share your frequency and energy. It is needed. It is so needed. Continue to let go and surrender and leave the past in the past. Quit getting caught up in the past. Don't let the ego mind time travel you back there to the past. You've got to let it go. You've got to let that shit go. What else we have? Step up and lead and embrace the flow of life. So we are here to step up and lead. It is time to step up and lead. Capricorns could be very significant as well. So, pause and see if any of the, if you resonate with the astrological signs, or the art, the image, and then embrace the flow of life. and this is in Gemini. This is the twins are coming through again. We just had that full moon in Gemini in December where those twin soul codes were turned on and activated. So that might be in resonance for you. And again, take whatever resonates and leave the rest. I feel like we're going to have something else in here for the collective of these. Please and thank you. That's a whole wad. I'm not going to take all of those, but I'm going to know your worth. So that was the top card of the money. So know your worth. You are worthy. Always have been, always will be. Know your worth. Release the conditioning and programming around that. That's a huge one. And again, please, please, please check out the light language. That might help you with some of that. And take a breather. So again, pause, meditate, reflect, and breathe. Take that again. For some reason, some of you need to do either a sacred shower, a sacred bath with Epsom salts and essential oils, or get into a body of water and just completely breathe, surrender, and allow that element to work with you in cleansing. Again, that's part of this Cancer new moon, or excuse me, I said full moon, new moon. This Cancer full moon is that energy. The water is emotions, okay? All right, and keep your heart open. Open it, let it go. I know it's wanting to, so if you're feeling a lot of palpitations, anxiety, and tension and stress in this heart, throat chakra area, it's because you're holding on to unresolved emotions, grief, hurt, pain. You can look at the emotions that are held in these particular chakras, in the heart chakra, in the throat chakra. These are all connected. And if you're having that, maybe you need to work on keeping your heart open, because we're getting a lot more heart activations in purging. So if you get that lower respiratory infection is that heart cleansing, that heart chakra being cleansed and purged. And again, the heart, we are leading with our hearts. It's your quantum compass. It needs to be cleansed and purified and recalibrated. And if it feels like this, you need to let it do this. So now those heart chakras are blooming and expanding. So we've been living like this, closed off, sealed. Now it's time to allow the unfolding and the opening and the blooming. Thanks for co-creating and playing with me. 3636 on the timer. So check into the numbers. Hopefully this reaches who it's meant to reach. And yet I hope this is received by those that it is meant to receive this. Again, take what resonates and leave the rest. And just know that there is something in here for you. Because if I've landed in front of you, whether you chose to click play or if I just landed in front of you, there is no coincidences. There is something here for you. I will talk to you soon, beautiful souls. Have a spectacular experience on this beautiful portal day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.